What's good, y'all, man? We are finally here. It is finally time for the NBA playoffs, man. I wanted to get my bracket done before the game start. So this is going to be an NBA playoff bracket video, man. We're going to discuss who I have literally going to the championship and winning it all. You probably already know because I made a whole video about them a month ago. But we're going to break this down. So first series we're going to talk about is the Suns versus Pelicans series. For this series, I have the Suns and 5. I would love it to see go 6 or 7, but I just don't think the Pelicans are just on the Suns level at all, as far as not talent wise, but experience and stuff. Like the Suns are just they won 65 games, just went to the finals last year. I think their experience is going to help them dominate. Wouldn't be surprised if it's a sweep, but the one thing I just hope is I hope that BI goes crazy this whole series, because literally nobody on that other team can guard him. If you think Mikal Bridges can guard Brandon Ingram, you're out your fucking mind. And yeah. Just hopefully B.I. can just show his ass off, man, because B.I. is one of them ones, man. All right, man, next series that we have is the Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Memphis Grizzlies. Now, I don't think this is as much of a dominated series by the Grizzlies as a lot of people think it is. Like, a lot of people think that the Grizzlies might get them out in 5 or 4. I don't understand why people think that, bro. Like, yeah, Cat is struggling in the last game, but, like, let's not act like Cat is a bum. We all know how Anthony Edwards is. We all know he's a star. D'Lo at any time can turn it on. They are a well-rounded team. They got the defenders, man. I feel like this can go to 7. I really hope this can go to 7. This is one of the most exciting series I think we have. The Grizzlies, I mean, we know how good they are, but they also young. They're just their second time in the playoffs. Last year they got beat in 5. But they don't really have the experience like that. Neither team has experience. So this is going to be a hard-fought series, bro. Yes, one team looked dominant the whole season, but hey, that's regular season. This is time where you get focused on one team for a whole 7 games. And I'm not going to lie. I'm going Minnesota. Like Minnesota better. And I feel like this guy right here that's on the screen, his welcome party is coming. I think this dude will win an MVP in the next 2 years. I just view him that highly. And, hey, we'll see, man. But I got Minnesota winning this series in 7. Now, next series, we got 3 versus 6 seed. We got the Golden State Warriors versus the Denver Nuggets. Now, if the Denver Nuggets had Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr., I would say this would be a hard series to pick. And I probably would still pick them, though, because I would feel like just having Jokic along with his counter stars, it will help out a lot. But he doesn't have them. The Warriors are finally getting healthy. Steph Curry is playing tonight. Clay is playing out of his mind as of late. We all know how Jordan Poole is. And I don't think a lot of people realize Draymond Green is one of the best playoff performers we have in this league. So I think they're about to kick it into overdrive. And I see them beating this team in 5 or 6. And it sucks because Jokic just had this great year. But, like, if anybody in their right mind is going to fault Jokic for losing against this team, you're just petty. Because Jokic is that guy, but this is a well-oiled machine, man. Even though Steph Curry's having a down year, Steph Curry's down year is a lot of people's best year. And I'm excited to see Clay back in the playoffs. That is a crazy pass. But, yeah, I can't wait for this team. I can't wait for this series because this will be a fun series. But I just don't see the Denver Nuggets getting out of this. Hopefully, Bones Highland has a couple good games. But other than that, man, I can't see them winning this series. So I have the Golden State Warriors in 5 or 6. 5 or 6. I'll give Jokic 2. Man, this series is probably the hardest to pick out of because Luka's injury sucks. It sucks, bro, because we all know how crazy Luka is come playoff time. And for us to miss out on this, and for him to miss out on this too, it really sucks. It really does. And if he was playing, I probably had his team winning in 5. Like, even though I have my doubts about this team, I can't count out Luka in the playoffs, and I'm not really that big of a Donovan Mitchell guy. I love Rudy Gobert, but the Jazz suck, and even with Luka probably missing 3 games, this series still might go 7. But I'm gonna pick the Jazz solely off of experience. I'm gonna pick the Jazz, but yeah, it sucks not having Luka, man. It really does, bro. So with that being said, man, in the semifinals, you will have the Suns versus the Jazz, and to me, I don't think this is a long series at all. I think the Suns get them out of 5. Like the Suns, man, they're just a well-oiled machine. And the Jazz, I'm not really that big of a Jazz fan. Like I said, even without Luka, let's say that Luka wasn't to play the whole last series, I still think that series goes 6 or 7. But if they were to face the Suns, man, I see them getting them out there 4 or 5. Literally, like the Suns would dominate this team badly, pretty bad, bro. Now for this one, we got a 3-7 matchup in the semifinals. If the Timberwolves was to get this far, I would have the Warriors winning this solely off of experience alone. But it will be a fun series to watch. It will be a really fun series. Wouldn't be surprised if the Timberwolves can get 2. But I would have it going 5 or 6. I would have it going 5 or 6. But it'll be a really fun series. And then we have the Warriors versus the Suns in the conference finals. Now, a lot of people have the Suns coming out the West. And I understand, bro. Most dominant team this season. But Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green, when healthy, have never lost a series together. And I don't think that's going to start this year or in the West. I don't think that's going to start. I think they beat the Suns to 6. I just think, man, the Warriors, come playoff time, they're just a different breed, man. And we can say the same about Chris Paul and Devin Booker. But, like, Draymond in the playoffs is scary. Like, if you want to see Draymond in the playoffs, just go watch Draymond in 2019 versus the Portland Trailblazers. Was the best player of the whole series, and Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, CJ McCollum, and Damian Lillard. They all played, but Draymond Green was the best player in that series. And then you can even say in the finals, Draymond Green would have probably had 2016 NBA Finals MVP if they would have won. So, I'm going to pick the Warriors to win this series in 6, and we'll see who they face in the East. Now, we got the 1-8 series on the East. And even though I hate this little motherfucker, this dude is different. He's been really good all season. But he have a lot of question marks. Scoring. Their stars showing up in the playoffs. I don't have no questions with Trey. Give me Trey in 7. Give me Trey in 7. I'm sorry, give me Trey in 7. I can't bet against this man. And I think he's that good of a villain to beat this team in the first round. So give me Trey in 7, man. Give me Trey in 7. That's my one controversial pick. That's the one I get. Give me Trey in 7. I hate him. I really hate Trae Young as far as when he plays us. But when he plays other teams, I can't stop watching him, bro. Give me Trey in 7. I'll take Trey in 7. First, we have the Celtics versus the Nets, man. It's a lot behind this series, man. Kyrie coming back to Boston and playing a playoff series against Boston. Ben Simmons possibly coming back later in this series. Even Robert Williams probably coming back. So, who do I have winning? It's probably one of the hardest because, like, man, KD is arguably the best player in the world. Kyrie's right with him. Kyrie's, like, really hot right now, pause. And, like, the defense has kind of been slacking from the Celtics ever since the Robert Williams injury. I might have to go Nets in 7. I might have to go Nets in 7. I can't bet against KD. I would never, well, unless he's playing Giannis. I would never bet against KD. So, yeah, give me Nets in 7, man. That was hard. That was really hard. But give me Nets in 7. It's going to be a really fun series, though. Really fun series. This is the exciting one. We have the 76ers versus the Toronto Raptors. And I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm just going to say it right off bat. I'm going to pick the Raptors. I just feel like it's going to be a lot of struggles for not only James Harden, but for Joel Embiid too. We all know Joel Embiid is just, he's unstoppable as of right now. But, man, this Nick Nurse, he's a crazy motherfucker, bro. Nick Nurse is crazy, bro. Like, look at the lineup that's on the court right now. Chris Boucher, Precious Achiuwa, and Thaddeus Young with Scotty Barnes at point. Like, it's just, he just does so much. And it always seems like Joel struggles against the Raptors because the doubles that he throws at him. And I'm going to go Raptors, man. And then having Scotty Barnes and OG Anunoby on James Harden the whole series, it's going to be hard. It's really going to be hard. I'm going to have Raptors in 7. The defensive scheme is going to be crazy for Joel Embiid. And I feel like at some point, Nick Nurse will figure out how to neutralize them and make others beat them. And if that happens, then that's cool. But I'm going to go Raptors. I got to go Raptors. And I'm not going to change the highlights for this. The Bucks are going to sweep the Bulls. We all know this. I'll probably give Zach LaVine one. He could probably give him one. But it sucks because I love Zach LaVine. That's my dog. But you got to face Jrue Holiday in your first NBA playoff series. It really does suck. But just get out the way. Y'all about to get swept. Now, in the semifinals, we have the two teams that upset the number 1 seed and the number 4 seed, and I have the Raptors versus the Hawks. Like I said, I love Trae Young. I can't bet against Trae Young. But like I said, Nick Nurse is so weird when it comes to defensive schemes. I'm going to have to go with the defensive team, bro. I think they have arguably the better player. I'm that big on Pascal. Pause. Arguably the better player. And I just think they're more experienced when it comes to that. They got a lot of championship players on this team. I would have to go with the championship coach and the championship team and the Raptors if this series was to happen. So give me the Raptors making it into the conference finals, and I would love this for Scotty Barnes. I would love it because that's my dog. This is the hard series. Bucks versus Nets in the semifinals. The two best players in the world, undeniably. If you have anybody over both of these guys, you are an idiot. I told you guys I don't see a team being the Bucks in 7, so I'm gonna stay with that. I still can't see a team being the Bucks in 7. Drew Holiday has been hooping his ass off lately. Chris Middleton is just starting to get it together. Brook Lopez is looking good. And then when you look at the bench, man, Javon Carter coming out the bench with Pat Connaughton, Wesley Matthews, he might start. He played really good defense on KD, and he's going to be on Kyrie and KD. Same with Drew Holiday. Then Bobby Portis, like I said. I love this Bucks team. I think defense will get in the way. Paint defense especially will get in the way of the Nets winning this series. So, give me the Bucks. But if Ben Simmons was to come back, which I don't think he should. I don't think it's like the wrong time to bring in a new guy. But if he was to come back, still give me the Bucks. I'm not going to lie. I didn't see Giannis drop 50 on Ben Simmons. Then we have a rematch of the 2019, I believe, conference finals. Raptors versus Milwaukee Bucks. Like I said, Nick Nurse is a weirdo. He's a genius when it comes to defensive schemes, but I just feel like Giannis is not the same player he was 2 years ago, so there's really no defensive scheme that can stop him. And then again, like when you did have a good defensive scheme against Giannis, his best shooter was Chris Middleton, and Chris Middleton's a decent shooter, but that not even his best shooter. His only shooter was Chris Middleton. Now you got a team with Pat Connaughton when he cemented himself as a shooter, same with Grayson Allen, George Hill, Bobby Portis, Brook Lopez is a shooter now. Fucking Drew Holiday shooting 40% from 3. Like now you can't build a wall around Giannis. So I'm gonna go Giannis and the Bucks in this series. But I would love to see that series, and I think that would go like 6 or 7. Giannis will have his troubles because the wall that the Raptors can build is crazy. They have literally all 6'9" niggas. Now for the NBA Finals, we would have the Bucks versus the Warriors in my predictions. This is a hard one, man, and let me tell you why. Like I said, I believe I've seen the stat where it said Steph Curry, Draymond, and Klay have never lost a series when they were. It was something like that because they lost series like before they were who they were. Like when they was facing the Clippers and shit, they lost series, but it was some stat like that. But you got them, and then you got this super powered Giannis with Drew Holiday shooting 50-40. And then Chris Middleton, a playoff player, then with a decent bench, and the coach gotten better. It's hard, man. It's really hard. This series will go 7, will be one of the best finals we've had in many years. But I'm going to have to go with the best player on this one, man. I'm going to have to go Bucks in 7. I really am. And it sucks. Because I want Steph Curry to get another one. Same with Dre. I want Dre to get another one. But I told my dad this earlier. I think Giannis is getting to a point where when he gets there, I don't see Giannis losing. Like on some Michael Jordan shit, I don't see him losing when he gets there. So give me the Bucks. Give me the Bucks at 7. But other than that, man, that's it for this episode. I don't want this episode to go too long because this is going to be a lot of goddamn editing. So that's it for this episode, man. Enjoy basketball. We're getting treated this weekend with a lot of basketball games. Sucks that my Cavs going to be in it. But we got next year. Peace out.